Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it's April 26, 2012. This video that you're going to see may be a little confusing because I made a screen capture talking about the Logitech HD Pro webcam 920. And when I made the screen capture, I hadn't received it. And then I made a couple more. I made a couple more videos and I put them together. And then I discovered that the screen capture sucked. The display was too small and whatever. So I'm making this. So you're going to see this, and then you're going to see a couple videos that are going to say that I haven't received, or, haven't received the 9. This is the 920. I'm using the my new Logitech Pro webcam 920, and I'm using it in 720p mode, not 1080. So now I've got to tell you what I told you. What I said in the screen capture video. So first off, this is the 910, the camera I've been using, Logitech, and it's an excellent camera. But I decided to get the 920. The reason I decided to get the 920, they're the same price, by the way. If you are a Mac or is it a Mac or what's if you use the Mac OS 10 or higher, the 920 will not work for you, they say. The reason I wanted the 920, two reasons really. When I made videos with the 910 in 1080 mode, let's say I made a 10-minute video. When I got done making the video, a message popped up and said, it's a large file, it's got to be compressed, and then it took about 10 minutes, however long the video was, about the same amount of time, to code it or compress it. And when it did it, it was a 10-minute video. Then my computer was just totally tied up because it took all the CPU usage. The 920 has built into it the hardware to do H.264 compression built in. So when I do, and I haven't done one yet, when I do with it, when I do the 1080 video, it compresses it with the hardware as it's doing it. The other reason I wanted the 920 is the 920 has a tripod mount on it. And I already played with that. And what's really neat is, on your tripod, how the top part comes off and you screw that in and then you can put that back in the, well, the way it's designed, you don't have to take this off unless you need to use a tripod, with another camera. It stays on there and it doesn't interfere with anything. So I've got my 920 up there on the, just hanging over the LCD monitor. And so it's just ready to go if I want to. Now the other thing that the 920 does is 20-step or something. Yeah, ultra smooth 20-step autofocus. I had no problem with the autofocus before, so I don't know about that. Also, the 910 did on taking photos took 10 megapixels. This takes 15 megapixels. But what they're doing, and the pictures are excellent. They were excellent with the 910, and I'm sure it'll be excellent with the 920. But it's not really. It's enhanced, or however they do that, you know. So you're going to see, you're seeing now the 920 video. I think you're going to see because you're going to see a 910 video coming up, I think, or is it 2? It looks to me like the 920 has a little better quality. I don't think it's any wider. I think it's a little bit better, maybe. Kind of hard to tell. I'll put some links, but there's a lot of people who may have made YouTube videos about the C920. Excellent videos. One guy held up color screens and stuff so you could compare and switch back and forth, stuff like that. So, and I'll put some links to those. So let me look here real quick. C920 does 1080p, but you have to, or did I say the 920? The C910 does 1080p, but when you get done making it, your computer the software has to do it. The C920 has built-in hardware which does the compression. The 910 is takes pictures, 10 megapixels. The C920, 15 megapixels. The C910 has autofocus, which works like this. The C920 has 20-step autofocus. The C920 has a tripod mount. That is about it. I haven't booted into Linux yet with the C920. I think it will work. This worked. I could boot into Linux with it, and I think I'll be able to boot into Linux Ubuntu. And so now you're going to see these other videos that are going to be maybe a little bit confusing, but I think you can figure it out. So thanks for watching. In living color, I'm actually doing this at 720p instead of 1050. And this is the C910 camera. So shortly the C920 should be here, and we'll see the video from it. Was looking here at the specs for the C920. Anyway, the Logitech C910 that I'm using is really an excellent camera, but when you're doing the 1080p and that's going to be really nice with the C920. The other thing, like I said, is I'm looking forward to the you can see in the background my tripod. And now, of course, with USB. Oh, by the way, the C920 is USB 3.0 ready. I don't have, my computer isn't, but that'll be nice if I ever get a new computer. I think what I may do is, when I get the C920 here, I'll use this camera and put them side by side and show them to you, and we'll see how that works out. I'm thinking what's going to happen if this is 1050p and these two videos are, so we'll find out. I'll find out and then upload them. One thing too, I think one time, I'm not sure about this, I think one time I went to YouTube recently and attempted to, you know, when you go to upload, instead of uploading a video, I said, do it live. And I think I got an error. And I bet you now that I had the settings to 1050, and because it has to compress it at the end. So I've got a feeling that I can go with the new camera to YouTube and do the live video right then, and I think that'll work. So I'll find out about that. Anyway, I'm waiting for my new camera. By the way, the prices, it's the same price for both these cameras. So if you're doing, you know, Mac or whatever, you're going to want to use the C910, not the C920. I'm not sure, you might, before you buy it, I'll put some links to some good reviews of it, and I'll put a link to Amazon where you can purchase it and also see some information on it and read reviews. But you might check and see if your computer has enough resources. I'm not sure if the resources are different between the if you need more with the C920. Actually, I think you'd need less because the compression is being done inside the camera. Anyway, don't touch the mouse. I'll be right back. Okay, it just came. This is what the box looks like. I wasn't going to do this, but maybe I will to show it to you as I take it out of the box. It looks this is a little bit wider where the microphones are. That's about, except for the tripod mount there. Looks like they've got some paper, you know, that I think that's a little bit different, just slightly. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm not going to use my other camera and put these two together. They're just absolutely extremely similar. The tripod mount's different, and just appears to be a little bit wider where the stereo microphones are. So I'm going to come back with this hooked up, hopefully. Okay, here we are with the new camera. There was no, I thought there would be a CD with the camera. There wasn't. So I just unplugged the old camera, plugged in the new, and then it said installing new drivers. And when I pull up the software, it shows, you know, the C920 and the settings. everything. So that was very easy. I was wondering if it was going to ask me to uninstall. Okay, is it my imagination? I don't think it's my imagination. The video looks better. Also, is it wider? Now I'm doing this in 720p. And the other was 720p. So anyway, looks good. Well, I can't read you what's on the box, or I guess I could on the back, but I was in such a hurry to get my new camera, I ripped the box to pieces and shreds. Anyway, thanks very much for watching.